What really went down behind the scenes with Hood by Air? Our goal is to examine the key factors that led to Hood by Air losing its hype and cultural relevance, to make you more aware so other entrepreneurs can avoid making similar mistakes in the process. I know some may think there's not a lot to it but just making money. Branding and identity are so important in the long run. Hood by Air struggled to balance its innovative high fashion ambitions with its viral streetwear hype. They blew up fast, but then couldn't adapt to changing consumer tastes. There are valuable takeaways here about staying grounded as you grow, not chasing clout over a cohesive vision, and evolving strategically with your audience. What customers want draws from the past but adapts into the future. Meeting them there is the key. So whether you want to start a clothing brand or any type of company, pay attention because these insights could save your business one day. But first, let's rewind for some backstory in case you missed it. Hood by Air was launched back in 2006 by a couple of high school fashion grads, Shayne Oliver, who was the main one, and Raul Lopez. It started off as an underground t-shirt label remixing influences from New York's gritty creative scenes. Think hip-hop mixed with the East Village art world community. Oliver had the vision to mash up those raw cultural inspirations with cutting-edge high fashion. He coined provocative terms like ghetto gothic and banjou couture to describe Hood by Air's urban yet innovative energy. The brand made noise through controversial presentations featuring rising rappers, dancers, and artists who embodied the transgressive Hood by Air vibe, while still operating on a pretty do-it-yourself method. The brand developed an obsessive following amongst fashion insiders and others who were drawn to its blending of artistic expression and unapologetic identity. But around 2013, things really blew up into the mainstream for Hood by Air. Celebrities like Rihanna and Kanye started rocking their gear. I even remember ASAP was also rocking their gear too and was even heavy on it for a moment. The shows became a can't miss event, merging fashion with performance art spectacle. Top retailers worldwide were stocking collections suddenly in demand by the quote-unquote Instagram generation. It felt like Oliver's vision finally manifested the way he always envisioned, for better and worse. Because behind the scenes, this tiny company blew up too big, too fast. High demand but limited supply chain issues came to be an issue here. But let's get into some reasons why it all came crashing down. Reason 1 was abandoning their underground roots. The biggest factor in Hood by Air's demise was losing connection to its subcultural codes that define its essence since the start, and chasing mainstream validation through stunts, collabs, social buzz, and celebrity cosigns. Hood by Air drifted from its underground founding vision. As hype blew up, the core brand DNA got diluted to appeal to typical streetwear heads rather than fashion misfits and community who built it. In desperation for sales and clout, newer fans mattered more than OG supporters. All that indie credibility Hood by Air pioneered got erased trying to fit a stereotype it rebelled against. Brands need to nurture identities instead of shape-shifting. It's important to know who you are at the core, and that's one thing they did not do. Evolve without losing primal energy in your codes, or else you'll confuse customers and the company long-term by chasing surface aesthetics rather than conviction. Reason number 2. While Hood by Air had sky-high ambitions to disrupt boundaries between luxury fashion and underground style, execution struggled to back that up. The apparel didn't convincingly modernize staples like hoodies, jeans, and tees for streetwear heads, nor was quality refined enough at scale to meet standards of high-end retailers. Stuck between worlds and spreading themselves thin across too many concepts, partnerships, and drops, Hood by Air lost focus on perfecting product and experience fundamentals first. Core fans turned away while critics dismissed them as a conceptual art masquerading as clothing, unable to deliver substance or supply. Great brands obsess over their flagship icons before chasing expanded offerings and hype collaborations. Figure out your pillars first. Refine production and quality on a tight assortment rather than diluting impact across too many projects. Perfect the basics before pondering couture capsules if you want commercial viability. Reason 3, of course, was operational misfires. Pop culture buzz can be a gift and curse. The instant hype swirling around Hood by Air led to partnerships, celebrity cosigns, and investors' interest faster than they can actually handle. Long before infrastructure was ready, they tried expanding distribution and categories to capitalize on the spotlight, but the back-end operations wasn't there to support the front-end illusions. Tiny production runs and inventory challenges created logistical headaches. Forbes dubbed their eShop the world's most exclusive online shopping experience because hardly anything was ever in stock, which was a bad look to begin with. Remember, admiration doesn't automatically equal infrastructure. Having the hottest brand that influencers and hypebeasts go crazy for doesn't mean you'll have quality, scalable supply chains and distribution partners locked behind the scene overnight. Build those foundational business elements at the core before blowing up. I'm telling you guys. A lot of people wish like, damn, I wish I could have all these eyes on me, but I'm pretty sure if you're just starting out a year or two ago, I don't think you're ready, to be honest with you. It's very crucial to standardize a process before you begin getting success to prevent future leaks that can overwhelm you in the future. You have to go through these brand strategies before your product actually becomes a physical, tangible item. Reason number 4, in my opinion, was stylistic extinction. When Hood by Air launched in early 2010s, its daring aesthetic felt visionary parachuting from digital future. But within just 5 years, streetwear tastes shifted from maximalist to minimalist. Subcultural styles seeded ground, Scandinavian and numeric branding. As Hood by Air styling aged out, over-the-top camo and deconstructed punk uniform mashups lost cultural cachet and sales tractions. But they kept applying the same formulas and cropped pants without realizing the paradigm moved on. Too over-the-top for outdated heads and too outdated for progressive thinkers. Great brands keep evolving visual codes while retaining brand essence to not die out. Don't expect nostalgia for your heyday aesthetics to save you. Understand what stylistic cues matter right now to your community. Don't watch the game pass you by, still obsessing with obsolete leather joggers nobody cares about anymore. Reason 5 is leadership limitations. While Shayne earned widespread praise as a creative visionary who made Hood by Air a genre-defining cultural force for a moment, maybe he didn't possess substantial business operations experience. As hype exploded almost overnight, managing the complex challenges of rapid growth at scale it quickly exposed the leadership limitations inside the core company capabilities, like the supply chain, the distribution, quality control, and inventory management. Lacking expertise was probably the problem inside of this boring back-end fundamentals that convert inspiration into commercial products. As gaps emerged between demand and supply, promotional hype and reliable product access began falling off. Great concepts demands great execution in proportion to audience size in order to scale. As inventory issues mounted and fans faced frustrations, accessing releases rather than excitement, leadership lacked proven experience managing the ripple effect of outsized demand. The key lessons for founders scaling out brands is understanding the full spectrum of organizational capabilities. We all need to know our own experience limitations. From there, we can protectively build a balanced brain trust that expands capacity across creative, operations, and strategies. The most consistent, successful labels masters both identity and strategy. Hood by Air learned the hard way that visionary talents don't automatically translate into old domains. One of the most difficult balancing acts in business is navigating how to retain brand essence while still evolving to align with changing consumer preferences over time. So how exactly can brands avoid similar pitfalls? Gather ongoing insights into how target customers' perspectives evolve rather than overly relying assumptions. Feedbacks, focus groups, and analytics assessing brand sentiment paint clarity. It allowed for examples like Supreme to successfully tweak streetwear codes without losing credibility. Build flexible positioning architecture. Define brand pillars, durable enough to retain essence but loosely adaptable. An incremental refresh can help too. Rather than drastic change between looks, each season can innovate current cultural movements while retiring tired styles. Co-creating with communities can also be a big one. Balance discovery with classics. Flanking experimental drops or limited collabs can be tuned into emerging styles with core pieces less acceptable to trends. Reimagine back catalog designs through modern fits, fabrics, and graphics, which can help you create a fresh perspective. Ultimately, companies must remain forward thinkers, attuned to the contextual landscape, shaping brand desire rather than being blinded by legacy. By combining consumer insights, collaborator communities, and balancing legacy with discoveries, brands can retain authentic relevance as tastes evolve. So, what do you think? Did Hood by Air's downfall surprise you? Or were the warning signs there to begin with? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you gain new perspective on the vision but challenging paths for brands rebelling against norms, please smash that like button. Thanks for tuning into this no holds barred history of a passion project that exploded onto the global stage only to lose itself in the spotlight and hype. We appreciate you guys. This is North Studios. Till next time, I'm out of here.